Hi.
Hello.
Welcome. We have had an interesting evening, but this is a really important conversation. So we didn't give up. We definitely wanted to do this because we want to share our gifts with you all. So I'm here today with Itiel McVay, and she is the co-founder of Smell Good Spa. And the reason that I wanted to speak with ETL is because um, See Body Love Self encourages women to do things to build a loving relationship with themselves. And so I knew that Smell Good Spa definitely stands for women being a whole woman and celebrating themselves inside and out. And so that's why I asked her to be here today to talk a little bit about Smell Good Spa, herself, and what we have in common. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Ivy.
So tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I am ETL, a wife, a mother. I am a creator at heart. Um, as far as who I am all around, I am a compassionate person. I love giving back. I am a person who's kind to people, but definitely loyal to those who are good to me. And I'm a person with, ever since I can remember, minimal gray area. I'm definitely either a yes or a no person. And I'm just someone who likes to have fun, enjoy life, and just enjoy being.
Okay. What is Smell Good Spa?
Well, Smell Good Spa is a bath and body uh, online business, and it's for women. I handcraft for women who love to live good, feel good, and smell good. So our product line is centered around scented oils and hand dip incense. But then also we create bath and body goods that women can customize with one of our signature fragrances. So we definitely put a lot of attention into helping women to take care of their healthy skin, to keep the condition, and just making those products aromatically pleasing as well.
Okay. Now, when you say handcrafted, how did you begin? Where did this idea come from?
Well, in '98, we were looking for incense and oils. Is something that we enjoy. And after being disappointed with trying to locate the roaming street vendor, our disappointment just turned into a brilliant idea. And we said, why not create a haven for those who also enjoy incense and oils? So we started there with the basic oils and incense, but as time went on, creativity kicking in, it evolved into creating our own blends. I am inspired by uh, culture, basically the world around me, confectionery, gourmet desserts, beverages. And so I take that and I put that into what I do. And with the Bath and Body line that came along, with just noticing women, including myself at the time, just shopping constantly at the larger Bath and Body retailers, but really not seeing any significant difference in my skin. Uh, it wasn't supple. It wasn't, it was just there. The product was just there. It smelled great, but it wasn't. The skin wasn't being conditioned. So I thought, hey, I'm sure there are other women like myself who could enjoy something wholesome but yet aromatically pleasing. So that's how Smell Good Spa came to be.
Okay. So now is it something that is just for women? Do you have products for girls, children?
So we do create products definitely centering around the whole woman, but we
Okay.
also create for her guy, her daughter's niece, all the sweet girls that are in her life.
Mhm.
So we have the Stay Sweet collection for girls, which is about not just fun Bath and Body Care, but it's affirmative Bath and Body Care. So there's affirmations for her to read, for her to actually know who, to help her to understand who she is, to always allow her to dwell on the great qualities of herself, to understand that even if she's imperfect, that's fine. You know, she's perfectly imperfect. And just wanting to empower girls to know that being who they are is enough. And then also we have the King line, which is for, you know, a woman's well-groomed guy. So.
Okay. Now, I heard you mentioning, that you definitely want to convey to women that being who they are is enough. And SBLS, which is the Body Love Self, definitely focuses on body image. Can you give me a little bit about your perspective on body image and how Smell Good Spa is a part of that as well?
Well, body image at Smell Good Spa, it's all about live good, feel good, smell good. So within that, um, that phrase in itself is basically the simplicity of having self-respect. So with the whole point of body image is about a woman with having that self-respect, with having her taking care of herself in a hygienic way, with just being trying to live her best whole life, even as far as health, not as far as figure or shape, but just as far as health, and just really taking care of her temple. And the smell good spa aspect, the smell good is really what I like to convey is the cherry on top of that woman's live good, feel good life. You know, it's her being able to say, okay, I am taking care of myself spiritually, emotionally, mentally. And then once she applies those products, once she has that olfactory bliss in herself, it just really brings out the entire woman. Um, just having her, being able to even touch her own skin and just feeling like whole and complete, and then allowing that self-respect of herself to just pour out onto her family and onto just the people around her. So for me, the whole body image concept, all of that applies. Um, it's not so much as the body image as far as what we're told body image is. To me, it's really that whole woman aspect for her to be able to look at her skin, to see how beautiful and conditioned it is, and just to really just embrace and love the skin that she's in, um, and just feeling that sexiness, within herself, not someone else telling her that she's sexy, but within herself, and seeing how sensual she is. So,
Now I'm gonna prod a little bit. Tell me, what do you do? Because I mean, you're clearly an entrepreneur. You're a wife. You're a mom. You have to be super busy. So what do you do to have exactly what you're talking about? That time where you're taking care of yourself, where you're loving on yourself, where you're taking care of your skin, you're taking care of your body. Um, what is your ritual for that?
my ritual, Ivy, for me, that's a question I get a lot, just because of all the things that I do.
Hmm.
But the one thing for me, I never had a challenge per se of taking care of myself. I always just knew that that was a decision. Even when my daughters were toddlers, that was a decision that I made, that I was going to take care of myself. And in doing that, that entailed that I was going to exercise, because that's something I've always been um, active, even coming up as a youth. Um, I also used to do physical fitness training for others, so I enjoy exercising, working out. So I set aside that time to do so. You know, when I wanted to have my own spa time at home, and that's what Smell Good Spa is about for women who are feel like they're short on time. Those moms, those wives who are dedicating so much of their time to their family, they feel like, well, I'm short on time. I don't have time for myself. You actually do. You just gotta carve it out. You have to say, this is my time. And 9 out of 10 times when you let your family know that, they say, hey, okay, because when mom is not happy, no one is happy.
Right.
So, taking that time to, I like to soak in the tub. I like to even just close my door and do my nails, you know, and I love to even just sit outside in my backyard, and just be, hanging out with girlfriends, um, and even me having that time with my family is a time for rejuvenation for me. To set aside work and things of that nature, but to just have my girl time with my daughters, to have my date nights with my husband, all of that embodies me.
Mhm.
So I don't get into the routine of being bogged down. It all connects for me.
Right. Right. And I remember you mentioning that in one of our online forums, how your life as an entrepreneur is not separate from your life as a mom and a wife. It's all a part of who you are and your brand. And I think that's definitely important when it comes to being healthy and whole as well. Speaking of being a mother,
Mhm.
how do you teach your girls when it comes to body image? There's so many different messages that are out there about what women should be, what beautiful is, what sexy is. How do you teach that to them, and how do you also emulate that to them where they're not just hearing what you're saying, but
Mhm.
they're watching what you're doing?
My thing is, I never focus on the what is being said. It's being said, it will be said, it was said before, it's said presently, it's going to be said in the future. So I never really concentrate on that aspect. What I do is focus on them. I've always talked to my girls, even when they were toddlers. Um, when they were learning words, they would learn words about their body parts. They would understand what these body parts are. They would understand that, okay, I look different. Um, and so I've never had that where in certain generations how things were, shh, we don't talk about this. We're not going to mention that. And in some aspects, that generational type of behavior caused some issues in women.
Right, right.
That they could not embrace themselves because they did not talk about this. They did, so I didn't. I always had that open conversation with my daughters. If they asked a question, if they saw mommy, mommy would explain. If they saw themselves, mommy would explain, and we would have those discussions, or I would just talk to them. Even now I encourage them to look at themselves. This is you, and I love to hear, my daughter may say, oh, I like my hair like this poofiness. And that's the thing. They don't know the controversy, so to speak.
Yeah.
And even if they hear it, they think that is the oddest thing. Why would that even matter? They know, let's take hair, for instance. They know women with relaxed hair. They know women with, bald heads. So to them, it's just like, oh, she's just a woman. She's a beautiful woman. And as far as my behavior, they see that mommy is not that woman who brings down another woman.
Mm.
That is not something that I do. That if anything, they say, "Man, mommy, you could say something nice about just about every woman you see," because that's who I am. It's not about bringing down. So what I'm hoping is that just our dialogue, because the dialogue is there so that even if I don't have to explain everything, because they will be confronted with things, just the fact that they know their foundation and that they have an open door to come to me and talk to me if anything arises, if
Mhm.
they hear something odd. So that's how I help my daughters with um, just growing up completely just as girls. I raise them and talk to them in a mindset that I want you to be whole women. When you are on your own and you go out into the world, this is what I want you to be. So that's the foundation that their father and I both set. And just even body image as far as isn't physical per se, but let's just say even when it comes to menstrual cycles, that wasn't something that in certain generations people wanted to hush up. You have women say, oh, they talk negative about it. But when our girls got to that point, it was a celebratory moment. Even their father said, congratulations, you
That's
know.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
So
Beautiful. Well, definitely, we're gonna have some goodies coming to you. At See Body Love Self is definitely going to be sharing some smell good spa stuff with you. Um, what some recommendations for the ladies for first time users? What are there any things that are definitely popular that most women love for someone who's never tried Smell Good Spa before? Any recommendations for them?
well, of course I would say everything, but to keep it simple and to help someone who hasn't come to Smell Good Spa, it's important to one way I like to get women started off is with layering. Go ahead and um, purchase a whipped cream body lotion. Definitely have to pick up an exfoliant because dead skin cells is definitely uh, keeping that radiant skin from glowing. So check out the our exfoliants, our sea salt scrubs, our sugar scrubs, and then definitely get a signature fragrance oil because that's where it all starts. Um, I offer samples that they want to go ahead and sample before purchasing a full size. But right now, running neck and neck with our hand dip incense and our fragrance oil, the body product that really has taken off is our essentials deodorant. I even say on the website that when I formulated it, I knew that she, meaning women, whoever she is, would like it, but I learned quickly that she loved it. So, women are continuously buying that product, and even their guys are jumping on the bandwagon for it. So it's a great product, and I would love for just for women to stop by and try that.
Well, there you go, ladies. If you don't know what you want, she's got samples, which that's great. So you can try that out first. She's got something for your man, definitely something for your family, your daughters, and your loved ones. So definitely check out smellgoodspa.com, and I'll be posting more information on that to come. Thank you, ETL, so much for being here and
Welcome.
for sharing your time. And we'll be talking to you again soon.
Thank you for having me. A wife, a mother. I am a creator at heart. Um, as far as who I am all around, I am a compassionate person. I love giving back. I am a person who's kind to people, but definitely loyal to those who are good to me. And I'm a person with, ever since I can remember, minimal gray area. I'm definitely either a yes or a no person. And I'm just someone who
See Body Love Self encourages women to do things to build a loving relationship with themselves. And so I knew that Smell Good Spa definitely stands for women being a whole woman and celebrating themselves inside and out. And so that's why I asked her to be here today to talk a little bit about Smell Good Spa, herself, and what we have in common. So thank you for being here.
thank you for having me, Ivy.
So tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I am ETL, a
Hi.
hello.
Welcome. We have had an interesting evening, but this is a really important conversation. So we didn't give up. We definitely wanted to do this because we want to share our gifts with you all. So I'm here today with Itiel McVay, and she is the co-founder of Smell Good Spa. And the reason that I wanted to speak with Itiel is because
So we definitely put a lot of attention into helping women to take care of their healthy skin, to keep the condition, and just making those products aromatically pleasing as well.
okay. Now, when you say handcrafted, how did you begin? Where did this idea come from?
Well, in '98, we were looking for incense and oils. Is something that we enjoy. And after being disappointed with trying to locate the roaming street vendor who likes to have fun, enjoy life, and just enjoy being.
Okay. What is Smell Good Spa?
Well, Smell Good Spa is a bath and body uh, online business, and it's for women. I handcraft for women who love to live good, feel good, and smell good. So our product line is centered around scented oils and hand dip incense. But then also we create bath and body goods that women can customize with their with one of our signature fragrances.